Thursday, February 16th, 8:25 a.m. My name is Brent Kelsey. Along with Ms. Cheryl Knox and Ms. Bonnie Jackson will be parole found. Staff and support seated at the DOC headquarters in Baton Rouge. With staff and support, please introduce yourself.
Francis Avenue.
All right, our remote location is it Washita? Are we at Washita? Yes, Washita. Please, staff and support, please introduce yourself.
Good morning, Deputy Marshal, Washita Parish.
All right, thank you. We're ready for our first case. Please introduce yourself, state your name and DOC number for the record.
Good morning, Audley Alexander, DOC number is 503480.
All right, Ollie, we're here for a parole revocation hearing. I'll read some charges. You'll plead guilty, not guilty, guilty with a statement, not guilty with a statement. Ask you some questions. You can respond at the end. You can make a statement. We'll take a vote. You understand the process?
Yes, sir.
Can you read and write, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you have a parole revocation questionnaire in front of you?
Yes, sir.
That's your signature at the bottom.
Yes, sir.
All right, great. All right, Audley Alexander DOC Sheriff's Office for battery of dating partner strangulation. And on December 15th, 2022, you pled guilty to 3 counts of battery of dating partner. You are sentenced on each count to pay a fine of $300 and cost or default 30 days and serve 6 months in Washita jail to run concurrently. How do you plead?
Guilty, sir.
Okay, number 10. You're currently in the arrears $378 for your supervision fees, and your last payment was made on July 19th, 2022 in the amount of $126. How do you plead?
Guilty, sir.
All right, would you answer Ms. Jackson, please?
Good morning, Mr. Alexander. How are you?
Good morning, I'm fine.
Ms. Alexander, you've been detained since August of last year. Is that correct? August 2nd?
Yes, ma'am.
That's the same date you were arrested for the battery of a dating partner.
Yes, ma'am.
And so you'd only been out about 8 months before you reoffended. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
Before we get into the incident with was it your girlfriend or your ex-girlfriend?
She was an ex-girlfriend.
All right, before we get into that incident, tell us what you have been doing from the time you made parole until the time you came. Were you working? Were you in school? Were you reporting? Tell us what was going on for that 8 months.
All right, the first day I was released, the next day I had a bad car accident where they had pronounced me dead, and then St. Francis got me back to breathing and shipped me to Shreveport to have my surgery, and I wasn't able to walk until like the last week of May. And but I kept going to my physical therapist and doing the exercise so that I can get to walking. So as soon as I start being able to walk around on my walker, I signed up to go to school at Claw's Beauty School, and that's why I was going for the 2 months before I came to jail when I was able to walk.
And so your accident was in January, and when were you, how long were you incapacitated or disabled?
I wasn't supposed to walk for a whole year, but it was from January all the way into May. I couldn't get off the couch until the last week of May.
Okay, and then you enrolled in school. Is that what you're telling?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, tell us about this incident with your ex-girlfriend. What happened?
All right. She got my phone cut off because I didn't want to be with her no more. And when I went over there to confront her about cutting my phone off, I walked in the house to go wash my hands because I was playing with it, the hacky sack, the sacks that you throw in the hole, and I had dust all over me. And I went in to wash my hands, and she jumped on my back. So as I turned around, my hand, like brushed her, scraped her across the hip, and she kept on going on and going on. And I'm like, why did you cut my phone off? Why did you cut my phone off? And she said, because you wouldn't come home. You wouldn't come home. And I said, you didn't have any business cutting my phone off. So I said,
Whoa. Who was paying for the phone?
I did.
Are you sure it was in her name? She got it for you. So how could she cut the phone off if it was in your name? They won't let you do that. The person who has the account has to make any changes.
Yes, ma'am. It was in her name, but I was paying the bill to keep it on.
Well, you went to court, you were charged with 3 counts of battery. There were photographs of her injury that police took. And when you went to court, you pled guilty to 3 counts of battery of a dating partner. Now, it was the same incident. Stated 3 separate occasions, but it was 3 separate incidences during that one encounter. You pled guilty to those charges.
Yes, ma'am, I did. I was at the time I was under the impression that if I went on ahead and pled guilty to a misdemeanor, that I can get my parole reinstated, but I found out later on that I couldn't. But the instant it was my lawyer told me that she had a picture of it was like a little swelling on the side of her face, but the other one, it was she said that you did, that I grabbed her, then she said that I threw her down to the floor. She said it wasn't no pictures or no evidence of the grabbing and the throwing to the floor. It was just a picture of a swelling on the side of her face by a glass.
Well, I read a statement that you made at some point in the parole off. I think it was at the preliminary hearing where you said it didn't happen that way, and I'm going to lose years off my life just because she was mad at me. So whose fault is it that you're in jail right now?
Oh, it's my fault because from the start I wasn't supposed to go over there.
Exactly. So if you were not revoked today, tell us what your plan would be.
First thing, I would go and redo my FAFSA so I can get back in school to continue getting my barber fast car massager license, and try to find me a night job too, because for me being in here, I lost everything that I gained. Lost the roof that was over my head. I lost my car. I lost everything that I had gained in that little bit amount of time that I was out. So the first thing I do is go back to school, be signed back up to school so I can finish my career. Something I can be able to live off of without having to do other things like that brought me to jail before, the running the street stuff.
Do you have any children with the victim of the domestic, the battery of the dating partner?
No, ma'am.
Kelsey, that's all I have.
Right now, we'll hear from Miss Sheila Brown.
Okay, I can speak as an instructor. Was an excellent student. I think you really need this. It's a born talent that I think he has, and I stand behind him in his education 100%. I can honestly say this.
Thank you so much for your comments. Thank you. All right, Audley, would you like to make a statement on your behalf?
Yes, sir. I would really appreciate it if you would consider reinstating. Well, the board will consider reinstating me. We're not perfect. We mess up from time to time, but I'm truly on the path of getting my life all the way together or staying out of trouble completely. No, this was my first time ever being released and really taking action on what I've been supposed to be doing as far as, you know, the barber industry. That right there, I got a real passion for it, and it keeps me out of trouble. You know, and I feel like if you reinstate me today, that you won't regret reinstating.
All right, thank you so much. Now prepare to vote. Let's. Jack,
All right, Sir Alexander,
Yes, ma'am.
the legal are a violation of, whatever. I believe that you served almost, in prison.
7 months.
So, were making efforts to, help with career. My vote would be do not vote, but to add a special condition of your supervision that you enroll in and complete a that's program, and that you are to have no contact with victims in this case. Oh, Mr. Andrew.
all right, Mrs. Renata.
Mr. Alexander, I do have some concerns about why you're still down. I do agree with Mrs. Jackson. I will also vote to not revoke with the same added special that she.
Ma'am, you said that you will prefer me to some special classes.
That's what Mrs.
Yeah.
Jackson.
So I vote as well, do not revoke, but you'll have to attend the 26-week domestic violence prevention program. You can get involved in that. You'll be involved in that. You'll have no contact with the victim at all, no contact. And then you'll continue your supervision. So three votes to do not revoke. You understand stipulation?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you. We'll
Thank you.
adjourn at Washington, 8:38.
Thank you.